Morning, everyone. It's Monday morning, the 22nd, and this is your pre-opening comment, and it is video number 680. So it was a generally quiet weekend, but there were two issues here. The first being Europe being lower this morning and oil being down, all centered around a further lockdown in Germany, and also the curfews in Miami Beach. The curfews in Miami Beach obviously are not overwhelming, but we'll have to see what kind of a surge we see in COVID cases, if in fact there is one. One of the Fed governors, Mr. Barkin, said that we are on the brink of a complete recovery. So, given their track record, I give very little credence to that. Cathie Wood's ARK gives Tesla a new high price objective of $3,000. Currently trading at 680, up 30. This is based on the fact that Ms. Woods thinks that they may have autonomous driving by 2025. The AstraZeneca vaccine is shown to have a 79% efficacy. This I don't get. One day it's giving blood clots and is suspended in use. 2 days later, they say they've investigated it, and it doesn't. And the very next day, it comes out as several European countries will not take it because it does, in fact, cause blood clots and bleeding. So this is one that I can't really take terribly seriously. Saudi-Aramco's profits declined by 44%, but it is in fact keeping the dividend. So basically it's like an American company that doesn't care, just wants the optics of paying that dividend out. Blackstone is spending $6 billion for Crown Resorts, which is an Australian casino company. Also, a senator who is on the committee that is looking at more trusts, antitrust litigation against the big FAANG stocks. In M&A news, we have Canadian Pacific buying Kansas City Southern. Kansas City Southern is up about 40, Canadian Pacific is down about 12. It's a $25 billion deal, and what it means is there would be a nationwide and continental-wide railroad servicing everything from Mexico to Canada. So a pretty decent deal. RLX, a stock that closed at 1946, which Citi upgraded a couple of days ago with a 20 price objective. It traded as low as 11.39 and currently is trading 12.55, down 6.96 or 36%. Doesn't really say much about it other than the fact that it reports earnings a week from yesterday. Support.com, symbol SPRT, a Bitcoin mining stock, up this morning pretty big, 7 and change, up 5, on news that it is merging with a company called Greenfield with a 0.124 share of Greenfield for each SPRT share. PepsiCo up 1%, changed to overweight at Barclays. Snap down less than 1% on a downgrade by BofA. So not exactly a busy Monday morning. However, the futures are lower on the Dow by 60, higher on the NASDAQ by 80, and the S&P is up about $2, so that's pretty basically unchanged. The chart on the screen is the gold, and I'm pointing this out. It's down about $9 or $10 this morning, so back down towards the low. It was as high overnight as 1747, which puts it right back in those tops around 1750. It's amazing how gold gets kind of magnetized to these round numbers. In any event, it does look like it's having trouble getting back. You have to remember that about 4 weeks ago, it broke from this 1775 area, all of these closes, and on the first day down was down $47 and continued. So a break from that 1675 to a recent low of 1673. Pardon me, that's 1775 to 1673. We've been trying to move up. As you can see, the purple line is the 5-day, and it looks like we're about to cross this blue line, which is the 20-day. So that's the old dictontion, 5 and 20-day. It would be meaningful from the standpoint of a reversal, but until this thing closes above 1750, and in fact manages to close above, let's call it 1775, I don't see any reason to be trading this one. Oil is down this morning on, as I mentioned before, the continued and increasing lockdown in Germany. It's not down much. It's down just 35 cents, but you have to remember that oil was down pretty hard last week, and if it can't get through back to the upside, we've had that 5 and 20-day crossover to the downside. My guess is, as I mentioned in last night's letter, that we're going to test this 58 and a quarter area, and if we don't hold that, I'm going to guess that 54, 55 is also in the cards. Bitcoin has been really kind of all over the place this morning. It's now down 2,050. Give you a good look at that. On the weekly chart, as I mentioned, it has kind of a upward look to it, closing at a new closing high, not a new high. The high was 61,255 on the futures, and on Friday we closed at 58,975. Just give you a little bit of a look at that, just so that you can see what I'm talking about. So this is where we were on Friday, new closing high. Today's action on the weekly is kind of meaningless because it's only one day, but on the daily, it looks like we're trying to flag out here. This is 3 days of lower high, lower low, getting back, if I saw this around 55,000, I would have to think about being a buyer again, even though it looks like we might be rolling over. We have done that before, rolled over into support, and then continued higher. All right, everyone. That's your pre-opening comment. Again, looks like the NASDAQ is going to be the bigger winner. S&P is now up about $2.65. Dow is now down just 40, and the NASDAQ is up about the same 78 or 80 that it was before. Have a good day, everyone. Be careful out there.